When a heat wave hits, why try to cool off your entire house? Instead, I decided to cool off one little space, and I was surprised at the results. Now, they've been having heat waves everywhere. Even up here in Maine have been having heat waves right up until a few days ago. Unfortunately, fortunately for me, it's only about between 80 and 85 degrees outside. So this will work great, especially if it's 95 or over 100 degrees, cooling off just a small space. We don't have it that hot here today, so just keep in mind that you're going to see a difference in temperature from in there and out here, which is about 82 right now. But think about how that's going to help you where you are. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy and see what the temperature is right now. I had an ice cooler in here running for about 25 minutes now, and we'll see how it did. Ooh, it's already moving fast. It's at 68 degrees. I don't know if you can see that at all. There we go. So that's like 14 degrees, and I've had this thing closed for about 25 minutes. Now, the whole idea of this isn't really about this cooler. You can use any cooler. If you want, you can just use a regular gallon jug. In fact, just to show you the different things over here, I just have a couple ice packs in here. Okay, and of course in this one here, what I did was I put in a 1 gallon jug of water, and this has a 1/4 cup of salt in it. And I froze that, and it's actually going to go for quite a while, and I put my electric fan on it. So whether I have it in here or whether I just have the gallon jug inside it, something like this, or in a tray, it's still going to cool off the room. The idea of having it in here, it's going to cool it off or melt it a little bit slower. You could even line the inside of it if you want with styrofoam and make it an insulated container, which will make it last quite a bit longer. Now, the reason I bought this tent here is because this is a very small room it's in, and it's only a 2-man tent. Another thing about it is, if you notice, there are no windows on this tent at all. In fact, the only opening on this tent is right underneath here. This small, you can see this mesh underneath there. So it's about that, pretty much square going like that. I'll show you from inside. And the great thing about that is, let's see if I can show you this way here. And the great thing about that is the hot air can escape, and it comes out here and escapes the tent, leaving the cool air inside. And believe me, it's a lot more comfortable in there than it is out here. In fact, before I bought this tent, I had 2 others that I had purchased, and I ended up returning them because one of them had windows on the complete, probably halfway up all the way around. And again, the cool air is just going to escape. Unfortunately, it didn't have like zip-up flaps like it does in here in the front to be able to close those windows. So what you want to find is something that is completely enclosed. Even if you have windows on the side, you're going to want to have something that has this kind of material to be able to keep the cool air in. And the other one I got was a 4-man tent, but it was just way too big to fit in this little room. So this one here is a great tent if it's just myself or 2 people to cool off. But if you have a large family, you may want to look into a 3 or a 4-man tent so you have a lot of room in there. So whatever kind of options you want to use for cooling, if you want to use ice packs, if you want to make a cooler like this, and I'll put a link at the end of the video so you can see exactly how I created this, or you can just take the 1 gallon jug in there, put it in the tray so it doesn't leak from evaporation and get your tent wet, and put a fan behind it. As you can see, this fan here just flips over, and you can actually stand it up and put that right behind the 1 gallon jug, and that will work just as well. So don't worry about creating something really fancy like this, because the whole idea is just to get relief in those 95 and 100 degree plus temperatures we've been having so often this year. Other benefits of using a tent as a small cooling or heat wave room is that you'll be using less ice. You're not going to need as much to be able to cool off such a small area. And I know a lot of people say, well, how about thermodynamics? Well, the thing is, the hot air is going to be escaping from the top, leaving just the cool air, which makes it more like an air conditioner, venting out the hot air and keeping the cool. Now you're still going to have to make ice somewhere. Hopefully it's not in the same room. For me, it's on the other side of the house, so that room might be getting a little warmer from making ice all the time, but at least I have a cool, relaxing oasis to enjoy with my family and I during those hot days. I don't have to stay in here round the clock, but even if I could just go in here for about maybe 20 minutes to an hour or two, do my work, go on the computer, answer some emails, it'll give me that refreshing break throughout the day. Now, another great thing about it, if you have kids, bring some of their toys, maybe some of their games. Let them play games and have fun and read, and let them know that even though it's a power outage or a heat wave or something like that, it's nothing they have to be scared about. You have a way for them to have fun and to enjoy it. Look at it as camping indoors. And at nighttime, you'll have the flashlight and you could even tell ghost stories. Ooh. So this gives you a great option not only to use in the house during a heat wave, but also to use in RVs, campers, garages, or any small room whatsoever. So remember, if you're suffering the heat, sometimes the best idea isn't cooling off your whole house. It's creating a small space where you can escape the heat. I hope you enjoyed this little project of mine. Please share it with your friends, especially if you think they're going to be suffering during a heat wave, and especially if they have children. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. It helps us to be able to bring new things like this to you. I appreciate having you all watching here in my community, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. I wonder if I could cook Jiffy Pop in here.